Welcome to a new episode of JY Heating Tech. It's a short one today. We are talking about filling loops, and filling loops are there to pressurize the system with water. Basically, there are two types of filling loops: external filling loops and internal filling loops. Most of the combination boilers will have internal filling loops, but that is not a rule. We'll show you pictures about various types of internal filling loops and external filling loops, and it's just very short and sweet video because it's a simple subject. This is a picture of an external filling loop, and as you can see, it's connected one side to the cold water into the boiler and the other side to the central heating pipe. And it's got two isolation valves as and a flexi pipe. General rule of thumb: whenever you've got an isolation valve and it's perpendicular to the pipe, it's in the off position. These, when you want to turn them on, they only go one way. So you turn one on, you go to the other one, turn it slowly on, you should hear the water flow, you should hear water flowing, and then you check your pressure gauge. The general rule of thumb when the boiler is not working, it is about 1.5 bar, and once you get to that, you'll shut one and shut two. Don't forget to shut both of them, because if you shut only one of them, the pressure will stay into that and it might damage the flexi pipe. This is a second example of an external filling loop with two isolation valves and the flexi. And as you can see, both these valves are off, and when you turn them on, you probably need to go this way, and once that is perpendicular to the parallel to the pipe, then it is on. Parallel to the pipe, it's on. You just carry on filling the system and you shut both off. This is another type of an external filling loop that has one isolation valve, and this is a check valve. So when you fill the system, you just turn this on. Keep an eye on the pressure. When it's got to 1.5 bar and you turn it off, usually it will go this way. It will be parallel to the pipe, it's on. Perpendicular to the pipe, it's off. This is the second type of the filling loop. You will mostly likelihood to find this in a combination boiler. It's called an internal filling loop. This picture shows, and these two lugs are an internal filling loop of a Valium boiler. The on and off for the water, when again they're perpendicular to the pipes, they're off. You turn one, you turn two, and they usually quarter turn, which means they will go in one direction 90 degrees, on, off, and they always open and close in one way, so you can't damage them and you cannot do any damage by turning them on and off to fill up the system. The only thing to make sure is to turn both off when you're finished. That's another example of an internal filling loop on a boiler. As you can see, these two are the isolation valves of that filling loop. This seems to be on, and the gentleman here is filling the system up because both these are parallel to the pipe. Once you pressurize a system to 1.5 bar, when it's not doing anything, you turn both off. Another example of an internal filling loop, that's the cold water inlet. That's your central heating pipe. This is off. This is off because it's perpendicular to that valve. That is perpendicular to this valve. Once you try to turn them on, they'll probably just go a quarter turn, fill up the system through this pipe, turn it off once there is enough pressure in the system. This is an example of an internal filling loop of a Worcester-Bosch boiler that would require a key, a special key that you should have to insert and twist into that, and then open the lug to turn on and off the water to pressurize the system. Once that system is pressurized, you turn that lug off, twist, take the key out. The reason they've done this is so there is no water sitting in the filling loop pipes. This is an example of an internal filling loop of a Baxi boiler. Some models will have that. So instead of isolation valves, these are the turn on and off pipes. You will turn this clockwise to turn it on. That you'll turn it also clockwise if you're looking at it from this side. Open one up, open the other one slowly. You'll hear the water rushing. You will see the pressure gauge on the boiler rising. Once it gets to 1.5 bar, make sure you turn both these off. Turn off by doing it clockwise, on is anti-clockwise, and it's the same with this. Thank you very much for watching this short episode with us at JY Heating Tech, and I hope that I've just gave you some basic information about filling loops and boilers. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next episode. Have a nice day.